What's going on, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you all with another NASCAR Diecast review, sponsored by good friends at Circle B Diecast. It's no ordinary Diecast review, it is a next-gen review, because that's mostly what we review here on this channel, am I right, y'all? But today's going to be on a diecast that's actually a first for the next-gen diecast I'm reviewing. It's supposed to be a metal chassis diecast review. As you guys know, that these diecast, the next-gen cars do have the metal chassis versions that came out, but there is a feature that they did took out, which we will be looking at in a second, and it is on Kyle Larson's 2022 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet Camaro Z0110E for Hendrick Motorsports. As you guys know, Kyle Larson was your recent winner at the Fontana Speedway, and yeah, his second career win at that track, which is really nice. And let me tell you what, that was such a crazy race. I mean, I actually saw that race when I was at when I was spectating the St. Petersburg race. Watched that at some bar down St. Pete, and hanging out with a lot of my good buddies. So yeah, a little fun story about that. But we'll go on to the second, guys. You can see right here, the box is a little more different for the metal chassis diecast. See, we got the Hendrick Motorsports logo right here, and this is a adult collectible because it's metal. So I guess metal is deadly. So note to self: don't use it as a weapon for personal uses. And we get diecast body and chassis. But yeah, you guys see right here, we do got ourselves a diecast that is a metal chassis diecast with no rubber tires. I'm going to go ahead and say my thoughts about that because this is supposed to have, this is a $15 car. Anyways, without further ado, enough of me going ahead and bickering on, let's go and kick off this diecast review and the official unboxing of Kyle Larson's 2022 next-gen HendrickCars.com car. And alrighty, guys, we got this diecast out of this box, and man, this is actually a really unique looking diecast we got right here. I mean, for anybody who's quite familiar with the iconic, Ricky Hendrick paint scheme that, various Hendrick drivers have had, represented this paint scheme. This has kind of made a return, even though I must say it's probably not in the best form. I mean, people have got kind of used to this car now, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, guys. I am not really a big fan of how this paint scheme is on the next-gen car. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's all they got. It's literally like a lazy attempt, just like what they did with the with the Exalta car for this year with William Byron's. But a little fun fact about this, guys. This is the only Hendrick primary car that I've seen that, if you guys notice, on the Bowman Ally car, and also on the William Byron Exalta car, the one with the number moved forward, they have like a gunmetal rim, but this one I guess doesn't. I think Chase Elliott's cars, I think, have the gunmetal rims on it too, but this one, I don't know. I guess Kyle Larson, I thought it was a team thing, but I guess Larson's, I don't know if the actual car actually has the gunmetal rims, but it does look really nice. But speaking of the rims, guys, as you guys can see right here, I paid $15 for this, and this is the main reason why I paid $15 for this, is because the metal chassis, which you can see, it is a big difference. I mean, it's a lot more shinier. It is definitely metal, so it definitely does look very high quality. I will say that. It does look nice. But you guys can see right here, we got ourselves plastic tires. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why are you complaining about plastic tires? There's plastic tires all the time on diecast. Yeah, there is. But as you guys know, they brought back the metal chassis diecasts from last year for every single scale for the 160 for every single car that was made in the 164 scale for the Cup Series, and they came not only with the metal chassis underneath but also rubber tires. And Circle B diecast, and I'm not shitting you guys. Actually, I'm going to show you guys a screenshot of like a Circle B actually, showing this car, and they advertised it with rubber tires. And yeah, that was a lie. I mean, I can't really blame Circle B diecast for that, but I don't know why they decided to make these cars. To be honest with you guys, and then a lot of people would be like, okay, well, why did I pick up this diecast for $15? Why can't I get the primary car? Well, one, this car was actually available. As you guys know, the metal chassis diecasts were available first before the actual cars came out in the Gold Series. And the Larson, the metal chassis version of this car actually came out before, the regular release. So that was the main reason why. Plus, I didn't want to separate from shipment, so it was like a few days after or a week after or so. But you see right there, we still got some big quality issues, like the windshield is not even put together right. So I'm a little disappointed for a car that costed $14.99 in retail price, even way more than the car you get at the track. But I mean, $12 at the track, $10 online. Here for the metal chassis diecast, $15. Definitely not worth it. So this is a little PSA announcement for anybody out there. I mean, if you guys really need to get a diecast and the Gold Series variant sells out, you can get this car in NASCAR Authentics as well, but we all know the Wave 3 variant of this car looks like shit. I mean, the decals are so not even legible. You can't even see the Cup Series logo. But there's got to be some corners, and they definitely cut corners on this. And a lot of people are like, well, the one thing I don't get, though, if they were, I didn't even know that they were going to offer metal chassis diecast. And if they were going to offer this, bring back the rubber tires. And if they couldn't do rubber tires on these next-gen cars, then why the hell did you even offer it? I mean, I don't know, man. It's just really frustrating because I feel like I got kind of ripped off. Yeah, the diecast does feel a little more heavier, but just, and I don't know, some people might not think that's a big deal, but that is a big deal that, these diecasts are basically the same price as they were before, but we have a feature that was taken away. Gee whiz, that sounds very familiar with the 124 scale diecast, which, by the way, I'm not planning to collect any 124 diecast for this year. I think the next-gen cars are a total ripoff on the 124s. Plus, I'm going to say it, they look like plastic shit, so, hey, whatever though. Not saying because of the bottom, but I just think the overall, detail that you get for a diecast that's $66 ain't really worth it. So, heck, I'll just collect 164s. But yeah, let's get back to the diecast, guys. I just had to make a nice little PSA announcement about that because that just really bugged me that I'm paying $15 for a diecast that's just basically just a hunk of metal and nothing else to it. Yeah. And keep in mind, we had diecasts that had, so much detail back in the days that were way cheaper. I understand inflation and stuff, but come on, dude, like, at least give me the rubber tires. I'll be happy. But here's the nice little details we got right here. We got the Chevrolet Camaro hood right here, and you see the low. You can actually see the hood vents right here. Of course, people are complaining that we couldn't get the hood vents, actually molded in. But knowing Lionel's decal quality, that would look awful. So smart move by Lionel. I guess Lionel wasn't even confident enough to be like, hey, we're just going to decal because we don't trust ourselves. Good call. Pendercards.com. There's the beautiful Chevrolet Camaro nose, which looks pretty nice. And, the front end does look nice. I do like those little jagged edges you got right there of the iconic Ricky Hendrick paint scheme. Coming out of this side right here, of course, you got the nice curvatures of the next-gen car for the Camaros. Those black tires absolutely look fantastic. I think they look a lot better than, the special finish rims that you get with the chrome Penske cars or the gunmetal Hendrick cars. Cup Series logo is a little screwy, but hey, that's standard Lionel quality control. We got KL for Kyle Larson. Number 5. I mean, the number 5 actually looks pretty nice, but just still, this paint scheme looks so weird. I'm used to it now, especially, since he just won in this car at the Fontana race, which, by the way, guys, that Fontana race was absolutely nuts. I mean, holy crap. It's a shame what's happening with, Fontana, that they're still going to make it a short track, which, knowing how the short tracks have been this year, actually, the second Richmond race actually wasn't bad, but, oh my god, when the short tracks first started, besides the Coliseum, I mean, they have been quite a snoozer, let's just say that. But, we got hiring technicians, the black side skirts, and fake exhaust port, which does look pretty nice. But yeah, standard Lionel quality control right there. On the back, you got yourselves, the nice detailed, even the diffuser, guys. The diffuser is all metal as well, which looks really cool. And the detailed spoiler, the nice curvy spoiler, those beautiful, decal taillights. HenryCars.com, which, whoa, okay, that looks a little screwy. Is there supposed to be a red line right there, or that blue is just looking a little too thick, in my opinion. My lord. Yeah, and we, as you see right there, of course, the back of these windshields do not have, any details in them, which kind of sucks. I mean, I kind of wish they did, which I'll be talking about that in a second if you guys know they don't know what I'm saying. Getting out of this side right here, we got also hiring technicians on the corner panel with Valvoline, which looks really cool. Especially this side right here. You see how just squished up that 5 looks, man? Just not really a big fan of how this paint scheme looks, but we got some decal overlaps right there. But that is the standard Lionel quality control. And yeah, there's the bottom of the chassis. Again, if you guys want to see that, I mean, this is basically why it's $15. Just a hunk of plastic. Should you even consider this an adult collectible? Because there's not really any small pieces. The tires can't really come off. And is there a paint chip actually inside the car? There is. There is a paint chip inside the car. Oh, gee whiz. For a second, I thought that was like part of the red fuel cell, but I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how that works, and that's the wrong, it's not supposed to go there, it's supposed to go down here, but hey. But now let's get on to the side-by-side comparisons of the HenryCars.com car from last year. As you can see right here, pretty much looks exactly the same, but of course, you got more detail. It's just me, or just the paint does look like it's a lower quality as well. It doesn't look like it's, I don't know, there's like, I don't know, like, you see like a little bit where the base is, where the white is. I don't know, that just looks kind of cheap, but hey. But you see right there how these windshields are actually detailed like in the actual plastic, but here they're just decaled, so it does make it look a little more cheap, but hey, that's that's Lionel just cutting quarters, man. You gotta love it. Getting up to the side-by-side comparison, but see how much better looking this looks, guys. I mean, especially with the little Hendrick swoosh, guys. Look how just congested that looks, and that's even screwed up. That's a screwed up decal. Holy Christ. But just that's supposed to have more of a curvature, guys, like the actual paint scheme. Here it just looks so weird. I don't know, and just see you got some empty space right here too. Just it's not as bad. I mean, at least they had these lines right here to kind of get rid of that empty space. But just if they're gonna have the scheme, they got to have it right. And I think this was just kind of a lazy attempt. I mean, it is an iconic car now, since Larson is your 2021 Cup Series champion. But just still, guys, I don't know. I do like the back bumper, guys. The back bumper looks really cool with HenderCars.com. Yeah, that definitely is, that blue is a lot more thicker than usual. My lord, that's not as a good transition as it is to here. But you see what I mean, guys? How there's not much detail right here, because look where the detail is on the rear windshield. But here it's just all basic, and just there's even smear marks too. Good lord, $15 for a die cast, and it still has quality issues. Good lord, I'm getting ripped off. Oh lordy. Well, luckily Circle B Diecast helped me out with this diecast review, so maybe I didn't pay for that much after all. But heck, I will say, if I'm paying $15 for a diecast, and this is like the what I get, I say, all right, I think it's time to stop collecting. I mean, that's definitely not worth $15. So yeah, save you guys. I definitely recommend you guys saving yourself some money, as it looks like the metal chassis diecasts are definitely going to be a flop this year because of this. But yeah, feel free to comment below what else you guys got to share about this diecast. As I'm going to go wrap it up right here. But yeah, Kyle Larson, guys, he is one of your. He's been very consistent so far this year, guys. And this car has a working chassis as well. Good lord, we can't even get something built right. $15. Again, $15 for a freaking diecast that still has issues like this and this. You gotta love it, man. But yeah, anyways, this is gonna wrap up the diecast review of Kyle Larson's 2022 HenderCars.com metal chassis diecast for Hender Motorsports. Comment, like, subscribe, and this has been OBB. I'll see you guys next time on another diecast review, and please, for the love of God, do not get ripped off and buy this shit.